These phonics lessons are produced for non-profit purposes out of love for Jesus Christ. Say the vowel names now. The vowel names are A, E, I, O, U, and Y. Y is sometimes a vowel and sometimes a consonant. Now say the short sounds of these vowels. Go. A, E, I, I. Again. A, I, I. Now the long vowel sounds. Most of the long vowels say their names. However, Y will say the long or short sound of I. Since these are long sounds, Y will say the long sound of I. Try these now. A, E, I. Here again are the main ways of making the long sound of A. And the main ways of making the long sound of E. As you can see here, there are many ways of making the long sound of I. I followed by a consonant followed by a silent E. Y followed by a consonant followed by a silent E. The group IGH also says I, and Y often says I. Also, I alone can say long I. Sound out line 1. One. H, I, hi. B, I, by. P, I, pie. M, I, my. Hi, by, pie, my. Do line 2. 2. M, it, might. T, ipe, type. Might, type. Do 3. 3. H, I, high. L, it, light. High, light. Line 4. 4. Try, fight, die, prize. Do 5. 5. Rife, hype, cry, sigh. Do line 6. 6. Wise, S as Ziza, thigh, and drive. Now some spelling. Spell style. She has style. Okay, now spell bright. The sun is very bright today. Bright. Now we'll look at some long I words where we have a C as an S because it's before E. Try these first line of words now. Ice, 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 sice, rice, nice. Now try the bottom word. Look at what happens when you have ISE usually. Go. Here you have S as Z, eyes, rise. Now some more spelling. Spell slice. He ate a slice of apple. Slice. Okay, now we'll look at some V exception words. You would expect these words to have a long I. However, because of the fact that words in English do not end in V, they will have their short I pronunciation instead. Actually, the first word can either have a long I or a short I, depending on its usage. It can either be live or live. Try the bottom word with its short I now. Pensive. Many words that end in IVE will end in the IV sound. Here are some more ways to make long I. All these occur in short words. IE as I, YE as I, and UY as I. I. Sound out line 1. I, pie, I, lie, I, rye. Try line 2. I, buy. Try line 3. Tie, buy, guy. Line 4. Die, tie-dye. Now we'll look at some words that had E's in Old English. The E's are dropped, but their long sound remains. Try the first line now. Kind, kind, find, find. Try the middle line. Mild, mild, wild, wild, child, child. Do the last and bottom line. Wind. Depending on its usage, it could also be wind with its short I sound. Here are another few exceptions. When words are exceptions, they often either mush to a schwa or, as in these words here, they will have a short sound where a long is expected or a long sound where a short is expected. Try to sound these out using the UPP markings to help you out. Iced. Christ. The octrine. Doctrine. Like IVE, INE is often short. Try dividing and sounding these words out now. Festive. Advice. Short I in festive because words will not end in V, and C as S because it's before E in advice. Sublime. Bypass. Lifeless. Highness. Now some more spelling. Spell ripeness. The apples have reached their peak ripeness. Ripeness. Okay, now sound out these. Sideline. Vice script. C is S because it's before E. Now, some nonsense words. Mite size. Byte type. Right speak. Dine by. Once again, we're looking at what a difference one letter makes. Sound out each and every word you see carefully, from left to right. Try these. Bile. Bail. Fight. Flight. Fright. Hive. Have. Short A, because words will not end in V. Advise. S as Z. Advice. C as S because it's before E. Top. Advise. Bottom. Advice. lime, lame. Blight, bright. Dane, dine. Snipe, swipe. Plight, flight. Again, we're moving along, learning a few more words. Let's see how many we know. But first, try these irregular words. From, of, is, as, was. Try these. They will be short instead of long because words cannot end in V. Have, live. Depending on its usage, however, the last word can also be pronounced live. When you add die plus eth, you only keep one E, so the E that remains is being used for two purposes. It helps make the IE in die say die, and then you also use it again to say eth, making dieth. Now, try this word with its UPP markings. Christ, Christ. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin, that grace may abound? God forbid. How shall we, that are dead to sin, live any longer therein? Know ye not that so many of us as were baptized into Jesus Christ were baptized into his death? Therefore we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Christ was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in newness of life. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin. For he that is dead is freed from sin. Now if we be dead with Christ, we believe that we shall also live with him, knowing that Christ, being raised from the dead, dieth no more. Death hath no more dominion over him. For in that he died unto sin once, but in that he liveth unto God. Likewise reckon ye also yourselves to be dead indeed unto sin, but alive unto God through Jesus Christ our Lord.